We're in the last week of September, so now we're starting to see all the colors change, and we're starting to see pumpkins showing up, and everything is getting ready for fall, which is one of the most beautiful seasons. I just love fall. I love the smell of pumpkin spice and the colors. And today we're making rainbow pumpkins. So this is some of the projects you might have so far. If you are in 4KK first or possibly even second grade, we did the mood board portfolios where we took our brown paper bags and we put drawings of our favorite things on it, things that made us happy. And then inside you can keep all of your art projects for the year. So most recently we did the crystal drawing, and then there was also the rainbow sunflower. And then there was doing rainbows, primary rainbows, secondary rainbows. And then there was the rainbow cheetah. And then the dot drawings, and I have several of those in there. But those were the big projects that we've worked on so far. If you are wondering, you can always go on over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So then you can always, see what's new and what's posted. I do post things there also for the other grades, for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and a few other things for the ACT program. But otherwise, that is what we have done so far. Good morning, artists! It's art time again, and today we are going to be making rainbow pumpkins. Yay! Fall is here. I don't know if you've seen them around, but you're starting to see, if you're driving around Kenosha or Racine, you're starting to see fields with orange spots in them. Well, those are the pumpkins that are all getting ready for October. So today we are going to make rainbow pumpkins. Here's mine. I made mine rainbow colored. You can pick whatever colors you like to make your pumpkin. I'm going to show you one way to do it. You can do it however you would like to do it. So let's get started. Today we'll be making pumpkins, so we're going to be making colorful pumpkins, so rainbow pumpkins. It's fall, and I don't know if you've been outside, but there's lots of pumpkin patches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a really light color, like let's say yellow, and I'm just going to draw a circle. Just a circle with my yellow, and then I'm going to put another circle. And this is going to tell me where my pumpkin's going to be and where my leaf's going to be, so that I have it laid out. I want it kind of center on the page and in the middle, and then I have a good idea of where it's going to go. So then I'm going to start out with a circle, kind of towards the top of my circle, and another circle that kind of mirrors the yellow circle I made, and then a circle. And I'm not pressing down really hard because I want to be able to color this in and not have these markers show as much. These are just markers for measuring what I'm doing. So next, what I'm going to do is from this center, I'm going to make a dot. And then from that dot, I'm going to make curved lines that go down to the outside of what's going to become my pumpkin. And I can make as many or as few of those as I would like, and I'm just going to have them curve in the same direction. There we go. And then maybe I'm just even going to have them swirl around, just so you get the nice tube shape of the pumpkin. There we go. So next I'm going to add my stem. So starting from the middle, I'm just going to make a curved line towards the bottom, and I'm going to have it make a curved line going up, and that'll be my pumpkin stem. And I'm going to have it curve all the way up to that second little line I made. Just make it nice and dark. And I'm even going to fill it in with circles and lines, and that's really going to make it look like a stem. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to make my lines even darker towards the bottom of my pumpkin. See how I'm making the line darker at the bottom? This is called using line weight to create weight in the drawing to create the illusion of depth. And it's happening just because I'm making the line heavier and then lighter, heavier and then lighter, heavier and then lighter. Easy breezy, just push down hard and then let up. Try that a few times on your page, it's really fun. Okay, so that is line weight. So now I'm going to notice how I didn't use pencil. I don't like using pencil in art. I realize that pencil can make it so that you can erase things, but I think that art is better when you're not erasing things. I think that is for sketching and planning, but for when you're trying to make a piece from scratch, you don't need to use pencil. That's why I go right for crayons. I think crayons are great because they don't let you make mistakes, because any kind of mark that you make that you didn't mean to make, you just have to work that into the drawing. You can't really erase it. You can't go back on it. So, like, whoops, I made some mistakes here. I'll have to work that into my drawing now instead of being able to erase it. And so I think that's just another way that I can use my imagination when I'm drawing a little more. So now I'm gonna add the leaf. So I'm just gonna do kind of like a curve and then another curve. And then I'm gonna create some space. So I'm gonna cut my line in half. See how it's making a little leaf on the stem of my pumpkin? And then I'm just gonna make some V's. See how it's a V? It's like I'm making the letter V for victory, and it goes right through that line, just like that. And there you go. I've got my leaf and my stem with lines in it. And that's anytime you want to represent wood, making circles and lines inside of the shape creates that illusion of wood. Also, if you do it sideways, it creates the illusion of water. So those are just some ideas of things to play around with. So now I have 3 greens. I'm going to work on my leaf with my 3 greens, and I'm going to do my same thing I do with depth. And so to create the illusion of depth in the leaf, I'm going to once again, it's just placing the colors next to each other. So I have my darkest green, and then I have a green that's a little bit lighter, and then I have a green that is a little bit lighter. And whenever I put those next to each other in my drawing, it creates the illusion of depth, that there's more going on than simply just putting those colors next to each other. It's a real good way to really beef up your drawings and make them really pop. Dark, medium, and light. I just put them right next to each other. I do the same thing with my browns here. I've got my new metallic crayons. I love metallic, so I'm going to take a look at these first. So I've got a dark. See how it's dark. I've got a medium. See how it's a little bit lighter. And then I have a light. See how it's even a little bit lighter. Dark, medium, light. And I'm going to do my stem now. Just next to each other. Okay, because I'm making a rainbow pumpkin, I've got 3 of each color. I've got 3 pinks, I've got 3 oranges, 3 yellows, 3 greens, 3 blues, and 3 purples. And I'm inviting you to pick your favorite 3 of each color, or pick 3 versions of your favorite color. You could make the whole pumpkin purple if you want, or blue, or green. You decide, or you can just go nuts and use all the colors, but this is what I'm doing. I've got 3 pinks, 3 oranges, 3 yellows, 3 greens, 3 blues, and 3 purples, and I'm putting them in order from lightest to darkest, 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 and we will see what we get. So I'm noticing that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of color, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 pieces to my pumpkin. But you know what? I already have green in my leaf, so I'm gonna get rid of green. Bye, green. So now I have 6 colors, and so now I have 5 colors, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals on my pumpkin. Here we go. So then I'm gonna color in each section, light, medium, dark. Dark, medium, light. See, and I just put them right next to each other. Dark, medium, light. Dark, medium, light. Dark, medium, light. So see how my pumpkin's kind of floating around in space? And also see how my original circle still kind of shows through with that yellow? So one thing I might do, because that line's there, remember I didn't use pencil, I used crayon for my whole piece, so now I have to improvise. I can add some more yellows, some more just kind of wild, crazy, scribbly yellows, and see how this makes my drawing more interesting than simply trying to hold on and make it precious. It adds a little bit more of a ground for it to sit on. And look how it's kind of still floating in space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my big black marker and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna create some grass. I'm just gonna create just wild lines kind of right around my pumpkin to make it look like it's in the grass. And just kind of have fun with this. Don't worry about it being perfect or looking just like mine. I want it to look like yours. And look at that, I'm going to put some of the grass right in front of my pumpkin so that it looks like it's sitting in the grass, you know, and not just floating in space. And maybe I'm going to make X's. I'm going to make X's with my black crayon. And I'm going to make scribbles, and look at how it looks like it's sitting in grass now. It's not just floating in space. Alright, so that's what we're doing. There we are, rainbow pumpkins. I'm going to sign mine, Miss Anna. And there you have it, the rainbow pumpkin. Yay, I can't wait to see yours. I hope you'll send me images. And that is what we're doing for this week for art.